Chirashizushi is a traditional type of sushi where vibrant toppings are scattered over a bed of seasoned rice. That's literally what chirashi means, scattered. This colorful dish is a showstopper at Japanese celebrations, especially during Hinamatsuri on March 3rd. You can also find this recipe on my website along with 400 Japanese recipes. Just Google Chirashizushi space Sudachi to find the written recipe. My recipe starts with soaking dry shiitake mushrooms in cold water. They need at least 30 minutes to get all plump and flavorful. I'm using 3 small dry shiitake in 200 ml of water, but 2 mediums or 1 large also works fine. Next, I'm going to make a marinade for my tuna sashimi. Grab a small saucepan and pour in 1 tablespoon of sake and 1 tablespoon of mirin. Give it a quick 30-second boil to burn off the alcohol. Once that's bubbling away, turn off the heat and stir in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Let it cool down for a few minutes. We don't want to accidentally cook our tuna. When your marinade has cooled enough that you can touch it, place 75 grams of cubed sashimi grade tuna in a container. Pour the sauce all over it. And mix everything up. Feel free to swap in other sashimi grade fish like salmon if tuna is not your thing. Smoked salmon works too, but skip the marinating step since it already has plenty of flavor going on. Cover it and rest it in the fridge until you're ready to serve. By now those mushrooms should be nice and rehydrated. Fish them out and squeeze them thoroughly. This leftover soaking liquid is now a rich shiitake dashi that we will use later, so don't throw it away. Here I have 1 julienne carrot and 30 grams of thinly sliced fried tofu pouches. Remove the stems of the shiitake and then thinly slice them to match the thickness of the other ingredients. Pour the shiitake dashi into a pan along with your sliced shiitake mushrooms, fried tofu pouches and carrot. If you can't get tofu pouches, you can replace them with more carrot or shiitake. Just don't try to replace it with regular tofu because the texture is completely different. Add 1 tablespoon of sake, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of mirin, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to the pan and simmer everything over medium heat, stirring now and then to prevent any burning until all the flavor has absorbed into your ingredients and there's no more liquid left. Although this dish has a lot of elements, most of them can be prepared in advance and then assembled later. You can save yourself some stress by prepping components in advance, then when it's time to assemble, you can focus on making your chirashizushi beautiful rather than rushing around the kitchen. While that's simmering, make your homemade sushi vinegar by dissolving 1 tablespoon of sugar and ½ tablespoon of salt into 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar in a small bowl. Pour this vinegar mixture over 660 grams of freshly cooked Japanese short grain rice and fold it through thoroughly. This is 2 Japanese rice cups before cooking, or about 300 grams. If you want to know how to cook perfect sushi rice, please check out my separate video. Okay, the liquid is pretty much gone, so now empty the contents of the pan into the rice and gently mix until everything is evenly distributed. I'm using a rice paddle to cut and fold the rice so that the grains don't get crushed. If you don't have one, a spatula works too. If your toppings aren't ready, you can cover the rice with damp tea towel to stop it from drying out. Now it's assembly time. Unlike sushi rolls or nigiri you might be familiar with, chirashizushi is typically served in a bowl or on a plate. I'm using traditional sushioke here, so I'm going to serve it in a help yourself style, but you can absolutely divide it into separate serving bowls. I'm starting with a generous sprinkle of shredded kizaminori, about 3 tablespoons worth. Next, layer on some kinshi tamago, that's shredded egg crepe. There's a recipe on my website if you're interested, but you can use egg cooked in a different ways too. Now for the fun part, arrange your prepared topping ingredients and starting with the marinated tuna. Did you know what many of these ingredients used for chirashizushi carry symbolic meanings? For example, this tuna is red, which is believed to ward off the evil. Next, I have 100 grams of boiled shrimp. Shrimp represent longevity and good health, and since they shed their skin as they grow, they symbolize growth and success. Lotus root is another popular topping. This one has been thinly sliced and boiled. The lotus root with all those holes is said to offer a good outlook and ability to see the future. Next, I'm using blanched snow peas, ikura salmon roe, and a sweet pink fish powder called sakura denbu. It's all add color, which is perfect for this celebratory dish. This might not be a helpful tip, but more than any other sushi, I think of Chirashizushi as an art. Everyone has their own decorating style, no strict rules here, so get creative, use ingredients that make you happy, and let your personal style come through in the presentation. But one tip is, when selecting your toppings, aim for the perfect balance of red, yellow and green. Remember, this isn't a rule book. Feel free to play around with local ingredients. Diced cucumber, avocado, real or imitation crab or cubed tamagoyaki would all work great. Dish up into individual bowls and dig in. If it needs a little more punch, drizzle some of that leftover tuna marinade for an extra flavor kick. Want even more delicious recipes? Grab my free cookbook from the link in the description. Okay, let's go over the ingredients one more time, and if you're ready to cook, grab the written instructions by clicking the full recipe box with a picture that's about to pop up on your screen. Here we go, the link to the full recipe is on the screen for you now, and if you want to watch more similar videos, don't miss my rice recipe playlist popping up on your screen as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.